Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stream today. It's going to continue with Canada, and yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better today. Whatever's happening with me, it's been weird because it started in like my chest and my throat, and then yesterday it went predominantly into my nose, and I just ended up with just my whole world falling out my nose on a constant dribble, and then it's gone back to my chest. So yeah, it doesn't really understand what it needs to be. What's going on here? British pretenders. Why? Lord Protector Oliver Cromwell. I see. Was offered the kingship was Oliver Cromwell, but he continued just to be Lord Protector. He thought that it would be even though he was instrumental in the killing of a king, he still respected the position of a king. Still was wary of kings are picked by God, and yeah, so he became Lord Protector. Was a republic until he died, and then I think it was straight after they offered Charles II, who was in exile in France, to come back, and he'd learnt from the mistakes of his dad, and it's quite a period of prosperity under Charles II. Canada is huge. Canada is huge. We started as Portugal. This is why a lot of our culture up here, actually our main culture, is Iberian, is Portuguese. It means when we get the nationalism CB, we can tack into France for the nationalism CB, and every single one of these provinces is going to be, what is it, 15% aggressive expansion for nationalism, might be 10%. It's going to be a tiny amount, but it's going to mean that we're going to be able to take a giant chunk out of Iberia when we decide to go for it. But we don't have the CB just yet. But yeah, we got across as Portugal. We released ourselves as Canada almost immediately, and went on from there. The thing with having your capital in the New World, the thing with being either an ex-colony or just an ex-colony actually, which it means that you have the same level of tech, generally the same level of tech as your European counterparts, but it also means that we can attack into British Mexico and Britain doesn't get involved. British Mexico here, we'd already been at war with them once. British Mexico stretched all the way down here, I think, and British Mexico we took every single province apart from a lump just here, and from 3 or 4 provinces they've taken 1, 2, 3, 4. They've colonized for us. That's what I'm getting at. And so I'm trying to leave them a little bit of space to colonize into, to leave them with adjacencies to empty provinces, because we can attack into British Mexico and we can take the entirety of British Mexico out of the game, and it means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 provinces that we don't have to send our colonists to. It's an extra colonizer in the states, and if you're trying to get through the states, who's this? Portugal? Who else? Just Portugal, right? When you're trying to colonize the states, you want as many colonizers there as you can. Unfortunately, Spain got taken out of the game very, very early on. They ended up in a personal union under France. That's not scary at all. But we've already been. Last episode, we went to war with France. Actually, no, France declared war on us, and we ended up taking his African holdings, because I place a lot of value in these holdings for trade. I'm pushing France out of here altogether. That means that he doesn't have adjacencies here. He can't fabricate on us down here, so he can't go to war for a province down here, which means he can't jump on here and then have ticking war score against us, which is important. But yeah, we took all this stuff here. I think we're going to try and get into Mali and Oyo, just to try and bump up the amount of power that we've got in the Ivory Coast. The Ivory Coast becomes fairly pivotable in about 40 years, I'd say. In about 40 years, the amount of trade that comes from the Indian region and the Asian sphere comes across here, comes around the Cape of Good Hope, and hits the Ivory Coast. This becomes a very fluid node. Nothing sticks, but a lot of ducats go through it. So if you can control this, you can control whereabouts it goes to. Seville? Do you want to go straight to Seville? If you're playing as France or Portugal, then you do. English Channel. If you're playing as England, you want to be here as England and you want it to be going straight to the English Channel. If you're French, maybe Bordeaux. If you're us, however, you want it to go to the Caribbean. You want to fling all of this trade across the Atlantic to the Caribbean, where we have the most power, which means we can then start throwing it up the eastern seaboard and again to our end node. I could do with coming down here and getting power in the North Sea just to stop a little bit of a draw forward. The more of this, more power we have here, then the less pull those are going to be. In fact, we could do with just taking out England, getting into the English Channel. That would be best. Oh, also, lemsip. Lemsip is horrible. But also, made a cup of tea. No, not a cup of tea. Cup of coffee. I made a cup of lemsip at the same time. Ming hasn't exploded, which is nice. I exploded in our Manchurian game, which caused a lot of problems. Anyway, made it a cup of coffee and a cup of lemsip, and started absent-mindedly, you know what's coming at you, dipping biscuits in my coffee, and then one into my lemsip. It was not a taste that I want to ever taste ever again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you can get there. I need the Dutch James Bay. I need them to get at least 5 provinces. Once they've got 5 provinces, it'll flip to a colonial nation. That colonial nation will continue to colonize bits and pieces for us, and then we'll just jump in and snaffle bits off them. But it's why I've left little gaps around the colonial nations. If they're going to colonize, then it's less money that we have to spend on colonization. Also, you're still black flagged because you were in Milan. So it was our impetus for getting out. We were concentrating down here, taking out some stacks. The French on land can pack a hefty wallop. What ideas did you go with? Innovative, defensive, which is even more morale, Jesus. France already has a LAN, which is morale of armies plus 20%. And then defensive will give them an extra 15 on top of that. Which later on in the game isn't all that good. You want to concentrate on discipline later on in the game, because if you've got morale, that just means that your men are going to stay there and fight longer. Which means you just end up losing more men to a losing fight, when you should have broken a lot earlier and got yourself shattered away. What's our ideas? Plutocratic. Plutocratic because when you flip to a colonial nation, you get your first, I think it's first 2 ideas. At that stage, we got our first 2 ideas given to us. We had no control over them. So we might ditch plutocratic, but it seemed alright. A bit of a mixed bag, but I don't feel the need to drop it just at that point. We may drop it soonish. I want to pick up admin. Oh, we don't have any military ideas, and we beat off France and the Netherlands. Netherlands got involved in that war as well. So you're about to get integrated. Trade ships. Let's get you out, protecting trade in probably the Caribbean. The more power we have in the Caribbean, the better. And I'm building more trade ships up here. Once those are done, we'll send them over to... oh wow. We'll send them over to Ivory Coast. Right, my dudes. I need you over in Africa now. I'll need the transports. Fairly certain I'll need the transports. Our monster wants an alliance. How about now? How are we on the rebellious front? The Iroquois separatists? Cree separatists? Nah, it's fine. There's no reason for that. A little bit of war exhaustion. Stability is, yeah, it's nothing. Excellent, you're done. You're already on your way. You need quite a few more people. Let's go there. Great Britain has the goal to claim that. How? How have they managed to claim that from there? Well, we might be at war with Britain as well. So I'll keep my heavies at home. Alright, let's go over here. If Britain does kick off with us, we can take out his land's just here. Also, I wanted a province down here, just to get into the Portuguese colony. Good. Next. Oh. Are we? We're not going to need. Well, we are going to war. We'll leave it for the moment. With Protestantism, there's a setup for when you're at war, which is manpower, recovery speed, roll of armors, and discipline. And then there's a set for when you're at peace, which is usually idea cost. Depends if you've got. If you do colonies, then it's the deported heretics. And what else? What else would I pick? If you've got things to convert, then it's the extra 1% of missionary strength. Hey, no puck. I am outstanding. How the devil are you? Right. So keeping the uprisings down. We went on to beat the beat the natives with sticks. So it means our settler increase is a little higher. Can I grant New World Charter? Okay. Can I grant New World missions? You need more influence. There we go. Your companies. Native repression policy, yeah. The more you can push this up, the quicker you colonies finish this, the quicker you can start on the next one. It's all cumulative. Also, Great Britain. Great Britain is pirating Minode. So let's hunt pirates in the Caribbean. No, he's not. He's not operating there. Where is he? There he is. Why would you be pirating that? There's not much value in this node to begin with. This is where the value is, and he's not pirating there. Right. Cancel that mission. Hunt pirates in Mississippi River. Alright. Interesting. I wonder why he was pirating here. Bizarre. The penalty privateering in this node is now -99%. It's still got a hefty chunk. Got quite a few ships pirating just the Mississippi node. I don't know why. Don't know why the Mississippi and not the Caribbean. How bizarre. Anyway, you come back. We'll grab these troops, and then we'll get into the Africans. Also, I'd really like it if you were loyal. There you go. Means we can't recruit a general, but the penalties to manpower recovery speed are quite bad. If your nobility are disloyal. Okay, where we go. Coming from Hearts of Ironfall to this way of transporting troops around. Oh, it's a lot better. St. Helena, excellent. We took it in the peace deal with France. It was an ex-Spanish trading company. No, I need to turn you Protestant first. It was an ex-Spanish province. Is there anything over here that we've flipped? There is. Protestant, right, we'll give you to a trading company. If you don't flip stuff Protestant first before giving it to a trading company, then it just ends up at the bottom of your pile with these dashes through them. And it looks messy. It's the only reason why I do it. Alright, so we already know Master of the Mint. Do we have a lot of inflation, do we? No. Oh, it was a level 3 for half price, that's why. Can we get another one? Level 3 half price, 15 influence, takes up to 75. Why only 10 influence for you? Has this changed? It used to be 15 influence for both of them. Okay, fair enough. So we'll get half price missionary strength going. And because it's an acceptable culture, we do make quite a bit of money. Let's bump him up to a level 5. I did want a minister from here as well. Can't get one till 73. I'd rather trade efficiency and just bump him up to level 3 actually. Trade efficiency. Bump you up to level 4. We have the money for it. Discipline. Not exactly half price, but best of bad bunch. What are we using all this on? Annexing, colonial expansion. Colonial Companies Act. What have we got? What is this? Global settler and settler increase again. So yeah, we're mega geared up for trying to get colonies done and dusted and finished. Global tariffs means absolutely nothing to us because we can't produce colonial nations. Global settler increase, it's only 10%. I don't think that's worth it. I'm half inclined to take this off. We don't need the range anymore. It's getting to the point where we have all the range that we need for in terms of where we want to colonize. And that's an extra point of Diplo per month every month, which is more important. Not a bad spread that. This is terrible. I need to throw you in the sea. I'll do it after this war. Yeah, it's only 26. Okay, Mali. Declare war upon you. We will bring in Oyo as a co-belligerent. Go. Do I think they're going to have a navy of worth? Is it worth hunting pirates here or taking out their navies? Probably taking out their navies. Yeah. We'll bring our heavies down here. Mali does have this this coastline as well. Ooh. You has been a silly boy. How can I not get to you? I can. Ah, we're just out of time. He must have been training in his capital. No conversion, good. Where's our conversion speed now? Plus 8.5. We can get another one from the aspect of our faith. You need 6 and you have 23 there. That's silly. I will give you a blockade using initial air transports, but I have is just around the corner. Alright, so Oyo's got past us. He's going to merge it with Mali. But that's okay as long as we can get through Oyo's stuff fairly quickly. We have nothing over here that's of worth. There's going to be no value in them taking all that stuff, that land. Yep. Well, now I've gone bankrupt. Well done. And Britain has sown discontent. I will remember this, Britain. Wait till he's locked, then take him out. Alright, the majority of Macannans are here. There's another one there. So we'll chuck them on to the capital. It's only a tiny capital. We'll continue onwards. Let's try and push out what is left of their fleet. One stability. Yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Come on. Once we beast Oyo out, gets rid of the 13, suddenly we can overpower this. We've got to be able to do it anyway. I would like my back line, my cannons in there though. Money for a little bit of loyalty, let's go for that. Let's also spend this military points on, really considering a breach of the walls there, but let's not. We'll just do some development somewhere. What are you Agrippa doing? Diplo. Yeah, might as well pick you up. Second in the world. Right, in terms of development, let's go for the places where we have zero autonomy, therefore we're going to get the best bang for our buck. Done. Done. So for every single development that we've done there, we're going to get the maximum benefit of it because we've done it at the places. Zero autonomy. No point in doing it at a place where it's just a territory, or you've got mega autonomy, because you're not going to get value out of it. Oh yeah, I want your coastline. Grab all reps and money, just to check them into a bit of a longer truce. Oh, that gives us a colonialism CB against Portugal. Excellent. What's our combat width? Combat width is currently 34. It's close enough. Right, let's take out Mali. We should make a beeline for... Yep. Should just make a beeline for their forts. On you air. No. Go away. We'll lose prestige doing that, but... but we overpower Mali by such a lot that we don't need specifically the prestige in this fight. What's that? Excellent. Oh, there you go. So we're getting bigger. Slowly, we're getting bigger. And the clergy want stuff. Alright, what can I give you? Stuff that I've taken off Florida recently. 34%. That'll do. There you go. Good France, who you war with? Attacker against Friesland in the Second Dutch Reconquest. Interesting. So France must have supported the Dutch independence. I'm going to give you breach walls, and when you get to Joma, I'm going to give you breach walls as well. Seems though we seem to be swimming in military points. So we're taking out your capital. There you go. Oh, we've got a fort down here that we need to cover off on. The one that we took off Oyo. These taking these forts, they can't hide anymore. So now when we hit them, we can track them back to wherever they go and hit them again. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll keep it at a modest level. Excellent. So you we need to track down the main Mali forces. Which we can, because we can now get beyond. Integration is a slow process. We can now get beyond. Squish? Yeah, squish. That's the entirety. Because their morale was so low, it was an instant squish. So, who's left? Well, we could do with we're taking back our fort. Although, at this point, we could probably get out for what we want. Even though we don't directly control it. Which is predominantly coastline, and I would rather like a way of walking from one place to another. But that's not imperative. Mali, Songhai, Oyo. Mali and Oyo we're going to be in a truce with anyway, quite a long truce. Songhai and Yao. I don't care. That'll do. I don't need to push for anything else. Or for much more. How much overextension? 32%, yeah. That'll do. We're just going to end up losing more and more people. Taking back the fort, we're going to end up losing people to just being in their land. I'd like to build up my manpower if I can. So just a beeline towards their fort, take them out as quickly as you can, and you can usually peace out fairly quickly. Now, also we're in the age of absolutism, but I don't seem to be generating any absolutism whatsoever. I don't know what's going on. Well, I do. We haven't really gone for it, have we? But when you think of Canada, do you really think of an absolutist nation? I do not. Well, let's swap you out for missionary strength. We'll swap you out for idea cost. We're doing ideas. So this is us geared up for peace. Gives us more missionary strength here. And a state's demand to control. Alright. Let's give you some stuff then, shall we? 59% gold. How much inflation are we getting from gold? Nothing. Okay. Well, that's not an issue just yet then. It can be worth giving your gold provinces, especially when they get down to low autonomy. Giving gold provinces to your estates. It's a guaranteed 25 autonomy. Yeah, fair enough, you don't make much from gold, but you... Don't rely on gold. Don't rely on gold because it will force your inflation up and it has really bad effects on everything. You want to be relying on production and on trade and that kind of stuff. Don't try pushing your gold up unless it's really early game and using gold as a springboard to get your country up and running. Then that's about the only time that it's useful. Beyond that, try cut down on the amount of gold that you bring in. I'll give you anyway. Oh, of course. We integrated you, didn't we? Alright, build spy mark on you so we can get you out of the game. I'd also like this done so I can declare war on French Columbia. British Mexico is continuing to colonize for us. That's very nice of him. Let's spy work on you so I can get you out. You haven't colonised anything else. Like, nearly finished with that, and you nearly finished with that. Could probably do it about 2 at a time, the Dutch. So next two he planks down. Once they've done, he'll flip to colonial nation and we can declare into him. Florida. I've not seen you colonize. Oh yeah, there we go. Looks like one colony at a time. Might take him a while to get all these in. Although as he grows, he'll end up with enough money to get 2 on the go. France might even help him out. Hey flower lover G. I'm okay. It's okay, you can shout how I am. It's fine. I understand. So why did I go for the coastline here? Again, it's all to do with snaffling estuaries in the Ivory Coast region. The more power that we have here directly, the more we can fling across to the Caribbean, and there's a lot of money that starts getting generated here. There's what, 27, 89. There's 30 ducats, fluid ducats here that join, and then after, well, 25 are incoming, 26 are outgoing. So if you do control this, then it's an extra 30 ducats that you control where it goes. And we'd rather it be here and come up the eastern seaboard to our end node than it be flung into Europe. Because we want the ducats. We also want to deprive the Europeans of those ducats. So, new tech? No. And I really do need... I need to pop cotton country somehow. But with Canada, I don't know. I mean, did the British invade the Spanish? No, the British got there first. The British managed to get here first, and I think the culture down here is Protestant. Yeah, English. There we go. Yeah, the British got down here first, because I think if you go to the culture map mode, you'll be able to see it a lot better. Yeah, the English kind of got here first. The Aztecs and the Incan and all that lot were still messing about. Can I just a normal? There we go. You can see the Aztecs and Mixtec and all that lot were already kind of here. English got here. The Castilians got to Florida and here, and here. The problem with Castile, the problem with Spain, is that they ended up in a personal union under France quite early on. So, terrible time. Terrible, terrible times. But we started underneath, or we started as Portugal, and we cut ourselves away as Canada as soon as we could form it. And Portugal hasn't done that well since, which is unfortunate for him, but it's what happens when you end up with a giant France behind you. But yeah, we just left British Mexico, and as he colonises, we eat another little bit of him, and he'll colonise some more, and then we'll eat another little bit of him. We're just using him to colonise for us. Might have to do some culture conversions later on, or accept English, but it'll be alright. Also, can we get to the coast before we all die of attrition? There we go. Right, who next? Direct war with Portugal. Attacker against Salish. Attacker against Salish. Direct war with Portugal could net us this bit here. Portugal, what do you like? Alright, we'd probably beat him on land and at sea, but I just want to be sure. France has started building his heavies up again. Britain has started building up his heavies. We got to 22 to match Britain. We're now going to have to pop out another few. When it comes to the European nations, I want to try and sink their boats whilst they're at sea. Why am I not building more boats? Merchants. Burgers. Draft ships of war. You lose loyalty though. I don't need that. I can pay for them myself. We've got 22 at the moment. We'll get another 15. We'll have our own wooden wall, and the rest can be frigates. I could do some shipyards. Although we've been spending all of our money on manufactories, and they have been doing well for us. Manufactories and workshops built on top of each other go very well. There we go. Hassan Engine, Florida. Florida? Florida's here. Whereabouts in Florida? But Mexico got its name from Spain. But Spain wasn't even there. That means the lizard people are invading the world. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think it was just recognised. I don't know. I don't know how they picked up British Mexico. Yeah, that's an odd one. I think if the French or the British or anyone else colonised like this area, it should be named something else instead of Mexico. Because yeah, you're quite right. It was the Spanish that gave it its name. Some good history knowledge there. I do like it. Say by the look of things, you're doing a better job at running Canada than our current boob. Happy Saturday. Well, Quartiari, excellent. Oh, I knew I thought it was RA. Truce expired. Oh, this is RA. This is a lot better than we had before. We had a 210 before, and we threw him in the sea. Yeah. Yeah. Doing a little bit better, but I don't know. How do the Canadians declare war? I can imagine it being a very polite note with sorry at the end of it. Well, sorry for the inconvenience, but I must regret to inform you. Lots of that. Also, in this stage of the game, in the age of absolutism, you're meant to be ticking this number up. And it's about how totalitarian your society is. And I kind of don't want to do it, even though it leads to one of the best government forms in the game later on, revolutionary. I don't think it fits with Canada. Either that, or this is Canada on an alternate timeline, where it's had enough of the United States shit. Like, no, fuck it. I'm taking the whole thing for myself, including Mexico. Total dev. Sorry, Hassan, there'll be a little bit of delay between what you write and what I see. It'll be about 20 seconds. So if you don't get a reply in about 15-20 seconds, just be a little bit patient. I do look at the chat every now and then. Total dev of our provinces is 1,803. We are second. No, we're first. We were second before. Excellent. So yeah, first great power in the world. Ha, Ming. I laugh at your development. Puny Ming. I watched Avengers the other night. Funny. Who is this? How I never see this guy here. What are you doing here? I looked at this and I thought all the Ottomans have taken exploration. They do every now and then. So you are now a tributary of Ming. This guy here is a tributary of Ming. I love it. Good stuff. Well done, you. It's probably kept him safe. Can you imagine? Yemen. Yemen, yeah, I need to take out that tiny island. Yeah, okay. Incurs the wrath of a giant Ming. Even though Ming, I don't think Ming probably has a decent navy. You get over there and smash Yemen. Pretty hard. British Mexico has finished their latest colony. Which means they're probably going to... Oh, they might pick up this one. I hope so. I know another 3 or 4 provinces will declare war into British Mexico. Take, I don't know, 5 provinces off him. That'll allow him to continue to expand. Same with Florida. We're just keeping these guys inside us, just to fill out, just to fill out these provinces, just so that we don't have to spend the money on it. But who's the next war going to be against? Unfortunately, France declared war into us in the last stream. France and the Netherlands declared war into us. And so it brought in all of their colonial nations, which means all of their colonial nations have a truce with us that ends on a very specific date. So I can't go gobbling up like French Brazil, which makes me sad. Oh, we separately pieced out the Netherlands, don't we? Yep. Have you started colonising some more? 1, 2, 3. He's probably sending people somewhere else. I need the colonial nation to pop out here. If we declare war into this, we declare war into the Netherlands themselves. If we declare war into their colonial nation, because we're a colonial nation ourselves, ex-colonial nation ourselves, we don't declare war into the parent nation of that colonial nation, if it makes sense. So I'm waiting for the truces to expire. We can take out Florida without France getting involved. We can take out French Brazil without France getting involved. Same with New Granada, French Colombia. We can take out the colonial nations without the overlords getting involved. Rio de Prata, Portugal doesn't get involved. It's the advantage of being, or having your capital over here. Sorry to cause any inconvenience by going to have to declare war. Oh, 3 companies were heading your way in the summer. If the weather holds, we wish you all the best. Something about a moose. Reparations will be provided in ways of maple syrup. Have a nice day. Take the Inca. Yeah, I need access to the Inca. Oh, balls. I was gonna. He's only just got there as well. I was gonna chuck a colony down it. Can I? I can. Can I do it here? I can. Can I do it? Why have you left space here? Inca, why have you left space here? I mean, the Inca has done quite well. We do have a free colonist. I don't know where I've got that free colonist from. Something must have finished fairly recently. How long is it going to take you to get there? 507 days. Phileas Fogg made it around the world in 80 days. Why the hell is it going to take you 507 days to get here? From here. Just go around this way. 507 days is them going all the way over here and then across. It's silly. How long is it going to take? 307. That's... Oh, that's bad. Portuguese Rio de Janeiro. Rio de what, sorry? You a different colonial nation? Oh, it'll be Portuguese Brazil when it pops. At the moment this is directly Portugal, because he hasn't got enough colonial nations here. Oh dear. Okay, we're going there. We'll get a foothold. I'm going to need a couple of troops just to keep it safe, because we are doing control the natives by beating them with lots of sticks. which means we need people actually there. Good. How's our cause? Yeah, they're coming in. You're now self-sustaining. This is all dead ground here. There we go. Excellent. So while we raid a Prata, it will just be Rio de Prata. We could probably take the entirety of it out in one war. It gives us adjacencies to the Inca. I'm just going to trick you onto that land there, because we're taking attrition with our ships. I can't wait for my colonists to get there. And away we go. Repair up there, and then we'll move on. Nahuatl. Nahuatl is a cracking religion. You used to be able to flip yourself to Nahuatl, just taking one specific province. But now you can't anymore. 10% morale of armies. Can you imagine a Nahuatl France? Costa d'Oro. Anything that's fetishist will be over in Africa. And before I give the land on the coast away to trade companies, I like it to be of my religion. Just because I'm a bit weird like that. Grand Coast, good. Good. Who is this? Portugal, and you're going to lose to Salish. Oh yeah, I think he's going to lose to Salish. Are we there yet? Nope. Soon though. I think we can fabricate off an ongoing colony. Can we? Okay. First of all, they went with orders finally being restored by the parliamentarians, which means Oliver Cromwell is still in charge. Lord Protector Oliver Cromwell. Not bad, 336. Emperor Janie is now a military genius. Well, he's not picked up the best modifiers. This is really bad. I don't like this at all. The higher you can push this, the improved relations, the quicker your aggressive expansion comes down with everybody in the world. So yeah, not the best. Also, we have admin to spend. I'll spend a little bit of it. Let's go to development. Least local autonomy, therefore we get the biggest bang for our buck. There we go. Something like that. And again with fetishist. Have a look where that was. Next province down. You're already in the trade company. We'll add you to trade company as well. Coastal centre of trade, good. Let's have a little bit of a comparison. Our power here is now 19. We'll give you to the trade company. %. It'll get there. We'll call this. We'll get this flipped in terms of religion. We'll call this. We'll get this flipped in terms of religion. If we can get about 50% of the Ivory Coast, just by doing that, plus a few ships, and then I will be happy. Even trying to say it would be hard enough. Hey Levin, how are things? Also, my ship's done. They are good. I think these are all our trade ships. Our heavy ships take a little longer to build. Yeah, but they're not far off. So, 16 light ships. Oh dear. So we're protecting trade in the Ivory Coast. Might take him a while to get there. Who are you owned by? Morocco. Might take him a while to get there, but a few ships down here. Just to bump up the percentage. So we've got an extra 11% for 16 light ships. Yeah, you can see how much money is sloshing around here. Good. We have rebellion somewhere. Bonnie, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Oh, well, I've just taken you over, fair enough. Discontent, non-accepted culture, intolerance, separatism. You are particularists, I think. Why? Why particularists in a place we have just taken? Shouldn't you be separatists? And we've got troops stationed nearby. We can suppress the Oyo separatists, probably. Nuke separatists. Maybe. Plus calls are coming in. There's my additional heavies. We're in sort of a Cold War arms race with Britain at the moment. And Fur's a really good trade province. Trade good. We're in a... Oh, my heavies are down here. Kind of an arms race with Britain. Right now. Whoever has the most heavies is going to win on the high seas. So, I'm trying to outpace Great Britain in terms of heavies alone. Even though he has modifiers, national modifiers that help his heavies to fight, I'm going to have to outpace him by about 10. Oh dear. Hey Steely. Just want to ask, if a non-member of the HRE becomes emperor, do they stay in the HRE if another state becomes emperor? Depends if they've added their capital to the HRE. If you add your capital to the HRE, then you become a prince in the HRE. I've got a video where we add Poland to the HRE. And so at that point we become a prince, which means we get knocked down from kingdom level to other levels. But it's kind of worth it for some of the good stuff that happens. How's it? Construction dev cost, national unrest, that's really good. Yearly legitimacy is nice, Diplo rep is nice, and then by the time it gets down to here, you want to be actually on the throne of the HRE. Either that or you want to be making plans to leave, because disallowing internal HRE wars is terrible if you're not the emperor. And then the stuff after that is just that's just you want to be emperor. At this point you want to be emperor. If you're not, then be making plans to leave. So yeah, as long as France became the dude of the HRE, his capital would immediately, I think it does. I think his capital immediately gets added to HRE. It becomes red. Let's have a look here. Brandenburg is the leader of the HRE. So all of his stuff was already inside the HRE, but it's all become red because he's the leader of the HRE. If it was France, France would all be grey, but his capital, Paris, Paris, where are you? Would be red. Oh, ooh. And at this point, he wouldn't have to do anything else in order to stay part of the HRE because there's adjacencies. All right, let's pick someone else as an example. Can't even pick Krakow. Let's pick Hungary. All right. So if Hungary became the dude of the HRE, his capital would become red to signify that he's the leader of the HRE. But he would then have to add this province at the very least. I'd probably want to add this one and this one just to get to somebody HRE proper. Just to give his capital adjacency to a HRE province. At that point, if someone else becomes emperor after Hungary, Hungary stays as a prince. Hungary gets relegated to a prince, but he stays part of the HRE. Therefore, if he's a big country in the HRE, the electors have a good opinion of him as he is a big country in the HRE. I think it's something like a plus 25 or a plus 50% opinion for voting for you as the emperor. But yeah, for France, it's Paris, and with France, it's Paris that gets added. It'll be red. You can see that it's red. You'll just need to add a bridge from Paris to the HRE just to make sure that you stay part of the HRE. No worries. But yeah, there's probably not. If you're France, you become the dude of the HRE. The only way you're probably going to lose it is a random death. It's a random death with a female heir. Because you're a big country, you've already got quite a lot of people that will be voting for you. Be locking people. Take 3 of them. Take at least 3 of these people here. Planet. You want to offer the alliance. You want to proclaim the guarantee. You want to offer them military access. Pick the smallest ones. Pick the smallest ones and influence nation. If you influence nation, let's have a look. Magdeburg is usually quite small. Verden is usually 1 province minor. If we influence Verden, it's going to cost us 118 ducats for 12 months. 118 divided by 12. I don't know. You can do the maths. I'm too old for maths. But that's pretty much a guaranteed he's going to vote for you as long as you influence them. So pick the 4 smallest people and really go to town influencing them. Improve relations, guarantee, allow them military access. It's another 10 to relations, and that should usually guarantee the HRE for yourself. The only way you're going to lose it if the ones that you focused on either want to be the HRE dude themselves. So that's why I'd not pick the bigger ones, the Brandenburgs, because 9 times out of 10, if someone else will vote for Brandenburg, Brandenburg switches his vote to vote for himself. Even if you're allied, even if you've guaranteed him, even if you're influencing, if someone else, anyone else, votes for Brandenburg, Brandenburg will vote for himself. So that can be a bit annoying. But yeah, if you're France and you get onto the HRE, it's quite difficult to lose it. So. And we can make states. Ooh, Michigan. No, Michoacan. That thing. I do like the bigger states. The 5s. Yeah, let's go for that. Michoacan. Where the hell is that? Oh, this thing. Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn you into a state. Where else? West of Florida. East Florida. Florida. West Florida. Where else? Central Plains and Guerrero. 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 Right. Tenuous estate as well. Like the bigger states. I don't like the 3 states because I don't see much value in them. Central Plains, I'll go for you. Central Plains, there we go. I was going to say, next time we have a lump of admin power, we might as well just pick all these up. There's going to be more value in picking these up than there is going to be in developing admin. Also, need to build more stuff. More manufacturers. More places we have manufacturers, the better. And a conversion, good. Continue with the fetishist stuff. We know where the fetishist stuff is. Cost reducing war exhaustion, minus 33%, utterly useless. If it's getting to the point where you're reducing war exhaustion manually, then terrible things have happened. Inflation is going up because of our reliance on gold mines. There is no reason for us to have reliance on gold mines. So, trade goods, gold. So the majority of our gold is from down here. Can I fob these off onto estates? Autonomy is 50% already. It's not going to do much. Oh, I might unstate this. No, it's alright, we'll just get bigger. If in doubt, just get bigger. Apologies for that. The code that I have, it's doing weird things. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the 4th, that's the 5th. That would be a colonial nation. We can attack into that without the Dutch getting involved. Yeah, the code thing that I've got, it's weird. It has it went from my chest to my nose, and then it's gone back to my chest. So I end up with coughing fits every now and then, which you don't want to hear them. What else do we want? Direct attack into Portugal. I am considering a direct attack into Portugal. The one thing is, do I want Portuguese land? Occupied by Crimea. What? Does that mean you're at war? Aragonese Italy. Where's the Pope, man? Pope, where did you go? There has to be a Pope. Where's the Pope? Now if the Pope gets taken out, then a Catholic country usually gives the Pope one of their bits of land. Ulm has grown because Ulm is the best province. The best country in the world. Pope, man, where have you gone? So everyone just disregarded the fact that the Pope's gone. No, Catholic is the official faith. What is going on in this game? Pope, man, where are you? I don't know. I don't know where the Pope is. I don't know where the Pope is. You have our empathy. Yeah, I think yours was a little bit worse than mine. But thank you very much. It's just an annoyance, especially if you're trying to speak into a microphone and you've got constant nose dribbling. Absent-mindedly dipping my biscuit into my lemsip. That was a bad idea today. That's what happens when you make a cup of coffee and a cup of lemsip at the same time. Right. Let's fabricate a claim on your province. And that province as well. You done yet? Nope. Nope. You are. $4,000 into one should be white. No, he knows. He knows. He's just put his maintenance all the way up to the top. And that is our fabrication down here. Now I don't know whether to chill out a little bit and wait for this to finish in its entirety, because if they end up round behind us and take this out, then we no longer have a reason. We can't take this long, can we? No, wait. You search. The Papal State. The Papal State's a thing. Where? The Papal State's a thing. It's in Bremen. So Bremen must have been taken over by somebody else. It was probably Mecklenburg that gave it to him. Verden stopped being a core of Verden, became the Papal State. What? Oh, Verden's here as well. Okay, right. So Verden gave the Papal State a province. Interesting. Silly Papal State, man. That's what you get for wearing a dress. Hey, Bucklow. Not seen you in ages. Only Catholic theocracies. No one else give land to the Pope. Oh yeah, so that's probably... No. Is Verden a theocracy? Yeah, archbishopric. So the archbishoprics, was it Mainz, Cologne? Is Cologne start as an archbishopric? A bishopric. Mainz, where are you? Might have died. But yeah, the bishoprics, archbishoprics, they're probably the ones that will give him the land. Interesting. Building spider network. Oh, Britain, what are you doing? And why are the Isles still a thing? Why and how? I think more heavy. Yeah, I'm going to go over my limit. Another 10. Another 10. I'm also going to position our fleet somewhere a little bit better. Or a heavy fleet anyway. Just in terms of intercept. Alright, transports. Let's pick these up from Africa. We shall take out Portugal. Not Portugal, the Portuguese colony. Excellent. Load of cores as well. Outstanding. Alright, 6,000. Are you all? Portugal raided Prata in California. Why? Okay. That's probably why. No, Saltish, of course. Probably why he raised his maintenance. Just the 3? Just the 3. Alright, let's split off just you two. Take out that before they can grab another dude. I'll continue with the fetishist provinces so that we can flip all of this to our trade companies. Another 2 provinces to the trade companies. Now there's a chance that whilst we're messing about with Rita Prata, Britain will kick off. I'm hoping not. My cottage is at the junction where they're pissing Atabi. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. The pissing. There we go. The pissing Atabi. So about here. So is this river an accurate representation of something that's actually here? Of a river that's here? I have no idea. You will know. Also, is the terrain mostly forest? It says it's mostly forest. I don't know. Might have been deforested these days. Innovativeness decreasing. That's fine. Up to date that. That's another idea group. I think we do need to pick up admin. Oh, we need one of these. It says we don't have a military idea group, but we do. We have plutocratic. But it was chosen for us as we flipped to Canada. I don't know how it was chosen for us. I don't know how it was chosen for us actually. How was plutocratic chosen for us? We weren't a republic back then, were we? I don't know. There are many things that I don't remember about the beginning of this game. They meant to name it No Pissing. Perhaps it was once a Japanese urinal. Oh dear. Oh dear. I want a military idea group, but I also want admin. Yeah, we need admin. I also don't have any absolutism. Also don't have any at all. Oh, how do we do this? I could allow the particularists to kick off. They might kick off anyway. Anyway, let's get you back. It kind of feels wrong having an absolutist Canada. It only hurts when you laugh. Yeah. Colonial nations or republics after their first idea was chosen before you played them. Yeah, I think the first 2 ideas when we flipped into them or released ourselves and played as 50 admin, 50 prestige. Could do with the prestige actually. Plus discipline is really nice. No, the admin. Where we split off and played as Canada. the first two ideas were, I think my first two, maybe the first three, were chosen for us. And I didn't ditch plutocratic because it's a mixed bag, but it's not bad. Not the worst. Not the worst in the world. Not by any much stretch of the imagination. So yeah, we just kept it. Pushed our administrative ideas a little bit further back, but we'll see. Next two ideas groups that are definitely going to be military in nature. They have to be. Ooh, this is not good. Why are you at 11? 8 dev, 4 dev. Yeah, that speaks for itself, I suppose. I will just take one for now. There we go. That way I don't get my colony busted up. Oh, it's not a colony. It's already been done. I think we're waiting for actual tech. Yeah, we'll wait for the actual tech. Also, let's turn you into a court. British Mexico. It's another province that you've nearly done. Why does that not appear as a different colour? Usually when British Mexico starts colonising, it's a different colour. Also, who are you at war with? Kazembe, Malindi. Ah, I see. Attacker against Malindi. You're not doing well. That's me chopping the tree. Story of my life. Firewood, firewood, firewood. Master civil not completely accurate. Yes, there is a dominant forest. Also, 12 on 7 into hill. Yeah, we'll be alright. Oh, I should have waited. Lazy there. Easy to be lazy when you fight natives though. Religion in Puerto de Seto changes to Catholic. Lose 400. Where's my colonies? Gain 400. I'll pretty much complete that. Local missionary strength. Go on then. So you finished, but you're Catholic. That's fair enough. I can flip you to Protestant at a later date. Also, I did want this complete before we declared war into Rio de Prata. But that's a spare colonist. Could do some adjacency into French Columbia. Had started it before the war with France, but ended up having to abandon it and pull back. Right. Upgrade ships. One ship. We must have captured that off somebody. That's another conversion. Grain Coast. Let's grab all of the stuff down here. flip you. What was it? 32%. That's not bad. Like, a little concerning that France has 20% of the trade power down here. A lot of it must be from his ships, because he no longer has land down here. Now, some of these modifiers are horrific. A 71% modifier. He has 7.5 land. Fernando Po, outgoing Santom. One, two, three, four. These are 4 provinces, plus the modifiers, are netting him a 20% trade power. Okay, alright. We're just going to have to take more off Portugal. Alright, you're already on the boat. Let's go. Also, I think we already have that claim. There's no point in you being that. I should have at least a person or 2 locked on. Our rich countries. Might as well make it 2. Or are you? No longer you need you at that. Oh, Portugal's gone bankrupt. Excellent. Or by 11 hours of campfire on TV. I like to put campfire on my other screen when I'm watching a film. Really chills me out. We have won the siege. Good. I shall take this off you, and also stop this being part of your call. Whatever money you have. Yeah, we don't need it. There you go. Upgraded heavies needs to happen pretty much immediately. Allows us access to the stock exchange as well. Gustavian infantry can be swapped out for... Nope. Nope. Oh, Cohorn mortar, of course. Alright, heavy fleet. I need you upgraded. Yep. Well worth it. And my transports once you get here. Let's get you upgraded as well, so you're a little bit more resilient. Declare war for conquest. The colony. 25% aggressive expansion, but everything else becomes more expensive. We'll just do the normal one. And we still have, or we will have, nationalism. Don't need 2 though. Don't need 2 though. 4, 5, 6. That's enough to deal with noble rebels. Might pop out a couple of extra on the way. We can't go through British Mexico. Oh, that's another reason to take out British Mexico for the adjacencies, so we can walk from one area of our land to another. Trade war France and former seem to steer trade in your direction. I already had a war with France. They declared into us. The silly goose. We had 35, 36, 36, 38, 36 degrees last week. 29 is almost refreshing. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Base taxes going up everywhere in exchange for money. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Where's your capital? Ah, we can't get to it. Oh, we will though. We'll get these up to speed, and then we'll just we'll pop them through past the Inca, unless we can get access through the Inca. Very much doubt it. Oh, we could. All right. Well, we'll take this lump, and then we'll just ask for access. It'll be fine. 1 on outraged countries. 1 I want fabricating upon the Inca. You lot, this way. That's my lump of heavies. Hopefully upgraded heavies. What happens if you end up with an upgrade? Ah, they all pop out of the... Should have stopped the building. Got refund on them and started again with the upgraded version. Upgraded variant, but it's fine. 47 heavies. As long as we keep pace with Britain. Even though Britain has various modifiers that makes his heavies fight just that little bit better, we could pick up... Where is it? If we need to. Perhaps one wall. Probably one wall. I think Britain gets one wall for free. Seem to remember fighting Britain over here in his waters. I'd be surprised at how strong he was. Noble rebels. Noble rebels, what is it that you want? Increased privileges. Absolutism decreases by 10. I can't allow that. Even though we don't have any. Could really do some absolutism. Again, I say it all the time, but then I don't know. Just kind of don't really need absolutism. Alright, add you to the trade company. What are you up to here? Could also do with building. Stock exchanges. One there. Upgrade you. Not enough money to upgrade you. Fair enough. Also need to do that in the Caribbean. Do you have a British primary culture? I don't. I have Portuguese as my primary culture. So when it comes about, we can nationalism into here, which will be fun. Yeah, we split off with Portugal. So yeah, Portuguese is our natural national culture. Right, you lot. Can't have access. Nope, because that diplomats, you come back briefly. Briefly. 68 days worth. Alright. Away you go. We probably have the income to we probably have the income to set out more than just 4 colonists at a time. That might be ideal. Once we put these down, we'll probably start off another 2 colonies. Have them running concurrently. It'll be expensive, but we can afford it. There we go. Thank you, Aztecs. Incas, sorry. We'll be back for you later. So, that means we can declare into French Colombia, French Canada, New Granada, Brazil, all that good stuff. Might as well give you a little bit of a blockade. I wonder where his troops are. Ugh, fine. No more discontent, as if we needed it. Alright, religion. How long is it going to take you? Total mission for anything, province is 4.2, 23 months. But you're building, therefore I can't do anything. What about you? 6.2. Right. We'll focus on the estuaries and centres of trade there. Then try to get them flipped. If not flipping the religion, then we'll be building the trade buildings that are required. You can't pick up wooden wall. Oh, right. Is it just available to Britain? Is that why I was confused? Last time I played and I was fighting Britain. Devil Doctrine is not available to you. The culture group is British. Ah. That is why. Alright, what would I want to pick up then? Probably best off just staying with the Merchant Navy. Fair enough. Alright, let's continue bumping up our trade power. Now we've run out of money. How much money are we making? 126 from production, 105 from trade. Taxation has lagged way behind. And tiny bits of inflation due to our gold. Excellent. And that's you fully done. Take out your navy, peace you out, get adjacency to Inca, start eating through the Incas. French Brazil. You're next. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a Portuguese colonial nation. Alright. What am I looking for? You still haven't finished your colonies. Right. I was going to flip my leader around. There we go. Two-decker. Go on then, two-decker. You come up. 81 days. Oh, it takes so long to do anything. Who is this? Rio de Pratan separatists. Oh, so the Inca must have stolen it from Rio de Prata. Right, Rio de Prata. One of these is a colony that I don't really want to be picking up. You are. Now we can, I suppose. There we can. That will do. Overextension of 0. Aggressive expansion. Portugal's going to feel it. Mali's going to feel it. Florida and Rio de Prata. Rio de Prata aren't going to exist unless they pop out of the Incan. Done. Away you go. It needs to be part of Canada. And it is. Outstanding. So from here, that's a claim into the Incas. The Incas are obviously struggling. They're fighting the French. So yeah, we could do with attacking into them as well. Right, need to get rid of military access. Oh dear. Let's get rid of military access and then we can declare straight into them. Oh, okay. Okay. You lot down here. I need my heavies. So somewhere else. Yeah, I need you down here. I need you to transport, or need you to assist in the transporting of the majority of my dudes back to the mainland. Oh, hello. Take Koyolopan. Take what? Oh, okay. That's what you want, is it? Well, let's try and make it difficult for you to take. What is it in? Hills. I'm going to need more troops. Yep, we're going to need more troops. Let's pump out a template of 30 infantries and 10 cannon. Infantry, 10 cannon. Something like that. we build you up there. We use that to take out Florida. Well, we'll use this as well. Take out Florida. Take out Dutch James Bay. British Mexico will probably give them access, which will allow us to come down this way as well. So, war with the Netherlands and with France yet again. Combined, how many heavies do you have? Netherlands has 22 on their own. It's a good job we ended up building up our navy. Oh, I did watch something on the British Navy back in the day, and they said that the British Navy liked to have the kind of fleet that could beat their nearest two rivals. So, say the French and the Spanish. So have a bigger navy than both the French and the Spanish combined. Which is kind of what we've done. 48 heavies to 37. What are the chances of them grouping all of their heavies together though? Probably not that much. We get rid of you. If we can pick up someone who, I don't often use him, but morale of navies, that might be ideal. And we do have an admiral. So, Inca, you will live for another day. I will control this area. If we control this area, if we control our capital, then it's ticking more score on our side. I hate this. I hate this with a passion. I've only recently started doing it as well. Not recently, it's been a while, but oh, my trade ships. Oh, you're going straight back out, are you? Because that's a thing? No, stop. You need to upgrade him. You do not. Let's have you down this way. We'll have one giant fleet that knocks around. Raid of Pratt and Separatists. No. But you should be heading towards your capital. Already relinquished access. Oh, here he is. With 27. If you land on my land over here, I reckon we could take you out. Plus I have my heavies coming down here. What is this? Predominantly transports. He's probably heading all the way around the bottom end to here. Right, let's go take out the Dutch with you lot. You have decided to throw yourselves into 47. There's no one on board there. Let's use your trade fleet. That's a singular heavy. Yeah, I don't think the French are going to spit themselves out here. Particularists have risen up. That's not a bad thing actually. If we accept that. Loads of local autonomy. But it does mean that we can lower autonomy. As and when. Which means a lump of absolutism. Yeah, that 27 stack is going all the way around. I need to try and chase it if we can. Excellent. On you go. War is not an excuse to stop colonising. Should build more troops here. Nope, we're already over. Do I have any spare? Not really. Not really. I might be able to get these heavies. All the way around. And hit those transports whilst they're vomiting forth their 27,000 troops. Nothing needs upgrading there. Raider Pratten Separatist, Raider Pratten Separatist. Chances of them wanting to head into our land is probably quite high. Mercenary cost. Nope. Here we go. Excellent. So this one had already almost finished. So I think this is just transports. I've got one heavy ship in here. One heavy ship, no leader. If we're lucky, we might be able to take out. No, where are you heading? Arca Bend. He's off up here. Right. Let's try and contain the French transport fleet then. Yep, that 26 is the majority of the French transport fleet. If we can use our heavies to block it in somewhere, that's going to be ideal. This is not, but we have troops available. You go straight up that way. How many do you need? Just a 3? Just a 3. We'll leave 4. And the rest can split themselves up. I'll take land back. Of course, French Columbia. Nope, we get on the ships. We get on the ships and we go. Plus you. Where that French fleet went up then? It did go north. I have no idea where it went though. I think we're out of place now. Unless it could have gone to any of the islands. Yeah, well, we'll transport these troops up. Make sure that we contain you. Grab all of these provinces whilst we can. And we can turn all this around and bring it down this way. I'm fairly certain that British Mexico will have given them access. Oh, we have an extra colonist to use. Right, Bonnie. Is it Bonnie? You. Send a missionary. I can now give you to the trade company with the estuary. You can also build a stock exchange up to 24%, which isn't bad to say that we don't have any ships here. Our fleet is probably on strike. Yeah, that's the French for you. That's Murphy's. Where are you going? Let's swap you around. Right. I want you down here immediately. That's all good. And get you squished. Okay, so we've got that area under control. This isn't so good, but we've got troops. What? This is terrible. Can I break away from this? We only lost 3. Now we can't separately piece out colonial nations. I wonder where the French fleet have gone. Now is not the time. Ah, that's where he drops his troops. I'm guessing that French fleet is coming up here somewhere. we do have our heavies right here. We can use it to stop them. Also, there's no point in that 10. No, go the other way, you fool. Getting squished. We might as well group it up with the 35 stack that's coming. Although saying that, how are you able to get out of there? You're not. Paradox, please. Come on, fix. Someone must have passed out 3 baguettes. You're not allowed to say that in the Paradox forums. You're not allowed to, no, it's the Ottomans. You're not allowed to associate the Ottomans with kebab, but you're allowed to associate the French with baguette. I don't get it. It's almost as if the kebabs have a natural disposition for intolerance. They probably don't want to get shot in their own offices, do they? They are in Sweden. Right, you can hide behind that fort. We'll group you lot together and we should be able to take out the Dutch. It's only the Dutch. Also, I've been looking for the French fleet, but I can't find it. I expected the French fleet to be around here somewhere. One singular heavy against one singular transport. I'll take that fight. Admin. Prestige is good. No, admin's better. Could take on 28. Nope. Good. Right, you don't have anywhere to run to. It should be fairly easy to take out if you stop running for long enough. Lost the siege of Benin, I expect to do. We can't really shuffle people around the world. But we're starting to stack a good amount of troops in the area that they want to take. The longer it goes on for and they don't have the province that they want, the more taking Moscow we have, the less chance of us losing this. I'd like to keep this at low morale if at all possible. Still not seeing the French fleet. It was hovering around here. Might as well take out bits of French prison. 18 stack, 19 stack. What's your composition? Better than us. I don't need them. The land that they're covering off on there is really not worth it. Also, who finished? You finished. Oh, there you go.
You're running all the way away. Fair enough. I would as well. You're in the hills. I'd take the hills. Cannons. You jump on that. 25 stack. You move back to where the the war goal is. Don't want anyone landing in behind us. What are you, jungle? Or if we can contain them. If we can contain them down to this area where they have to go through the jungle, maybe across a river as well, then I'll take that. Just need to be wary of where else they might land. Because they're still at war with the Incan. It's probably where they all landed actually. Alright, you two. Thankfully our Empress Consort Regent isn't that bad. Our air isn't that bad either. National tax modifier is okay, but not brilliant. Ooh, morale of navies. If we end up in another fight, we might pick him up. Still no other surprises, good. Oh, Portugal's gone bankrupt. Nice. And I wouldn't like this war over and done with in time to deal with those Oyo separatists. We have quite a big coastline, and all our ships are on this side of the continent. It's time. It is time indeed. I've never seen this. Sure, people are resilient. Apparently we are a resilient people. Nice to see. I might as well push this. Ah, I see. Well, my heavies aren't doing much here. Let's group up the heavies and the transports. We'll take that 19 stack and we'll fling it around the other side of the Caribbean. What is this? It is. We are at war with the Netherlands, so the more we do to the Netherlands, the better. And the Netherlands fleet seems to be operating here. Oh, there you are. Turkles gets unaided during blockade. Great. 9 heavies versus 43. What do you think is going to win here? Why are you so much stronger than us? Diplotech of 22, Diplotech of 22. Why are you so much stronger than us? Can't be all down to your leader. Might be. Oh, it's nasty. Oh, it was nasty. No, go in there and fix up. Jesus. That was really bad. But, still 26 heavies. France now only has 14. But if there's one thing that we have, is an abundance of money. So, let's go build some more ships. I could do with building some dockyards, just to get the time knocked down for this. Alright, Netherlands, what do you think you're doing? Still high war enthusiasm. They tried landing here, but they got resoundingly beaten back. Taking war score is good. Or is it low? French, yeah. It's all good. Give you another tick when picking up this 19 stack. We'll give you... we can't give you a tick there. Can't give you a tick there. How close are you to enforcing your demands? Oh, it could be worth getting over there. We'll give you another takedown here. Oh, here they are. French Brazil themselves. No, I need to get away from this. You're attacking into us in the mountains. That's terrible. Need to get out. What? You retreated one province. I thought that was a shatter. I thought that was a shatter. Ridiculous. Nope, you're dead. Great. Add efficiency, why not? Well, we need to build more troops then, don't we? I got to spit on more troops here as well. But this is okay. I can do this. We has it contained them a little bit. River crossing. Probably better pulling back to Panama, considering how strong they are. There's a few lumps of French people down here, and they all decided to attack at once. Then we'll want the river crossing into jungle. Lost road protection, fair enough. Upgrade anyone who needs upgrading. Anyone needs fixing up. Stay there and get fixed up. Everyone else, provide the blockade for that fault. I expected him to move on that. Oh yeah. More cannons. I don't want to drag this 17 stack down because the last time they landed up here as well. Oh, the Dutch are here. Oh, you're going to attack into us. We'll give you the leader. Oh, we got 2 spare colonists. Who finished? You did. Let's send you that. And you did. Let's send you that. Let's get you all the way down here so you can support this fight as and when. We're going to get attacked into by the rebels We'll then go chasing the Dutch. Oh wow. Excellent, just what I needed. Just what I needed. "15 armor tradition, armor professionalism." Let's go for the armor professionalism. And you yourself. Sustaining. Good. There we go. That's our second line. How many can you support? 36. Let's give you an additional 3 cav. And some more infantry. Oh, here they come. No, just walk there on your own, including you. Why can you not move? Why can you not move? What's going on? Must have only just been spat out. I'm gonna need a vet leader. Oh, if we can try. No. 2-2 is the best that we can go for. You can have the 2-1. Great. Go with the prestige. Instant stack wipe. Are you shitting me? Instant stack wipe. Bear in mind that it's combat width of 36. So at the very maximum, what's that? 36 front, 36 rear. They don't have 36 rear, they have 23 rear. Only 36 of this front could actually get involved in a fight, but it was deemed. Jesus Christ. No way. No way, absolutely no way. This is an instant stack wipe. Fair enough, they do have a lot more morale, but they don't have the discipline to instant, not compared to us. To instantly stack wipe us there. Especially with the -2. Might not have taken the -2 because his high maneuver. No way. Even sidestepping the -2 across a river into jungle. That's not stack white material. It wasn't a 10 to 1. It was essentially an instant stack wipe. And it's not. Well, let's pull back. That's the French for you. Not OP at all. No. Doesn't want to get out. I'm not too surprised. Not with nonsense like that going on. Right. Well, at least that's allowed us to free up that general. Oh, this is terrible. What is going on here? Let's try to pick up a morale guy. Because we are getting absolutely decimated. Actually no, not decimated. Decimated is killing 1 in every 10, isn't it? I will lose the map out because why not? Can't believe you let the French beat you. Well, I can't either. I knew they were going to be strong, but not that strong. Not stack wipe strong. I don't know. It's almost as if we're fighting like natives, but we're not. We have very, very similar. Exactly the same, should I say. Exactly the same build tech to them. But somehow we're just melting. Like natives do. 45% ahead of time. Let's go. How weird. Lost the siege of Bennett, of course. Should have built a fort down here. These forts are out of date and therefore fairly useless. I'll be better off just getting rid of them all. Sea-Star Colony, what? Oh, rebels. Great. Alright, I think these are my heavy ships, aren't they? Our rebels are fighting terribly, and our navies are fighting terribly as well. It's only the French. Told me the French, he says. You suddenly had a change of heart there for some reason. Which leads me to believe we might be able to take this guy out. What are you? A 3-3 against the 2-2. I can't heavy up here. Well, that's the Dutch down to medium. France is down to medium as well. This province are after. Oh, Netherlands wants peace. Jesus. Allowed England to stack wife by best army. It might be because we don't have any military ideas. Any military ideas. That might be the reason for it. Ugh. All right. Could probably get white peace whenever we want, but I don't really want white peace. Might be the best thing to go for though. I'd live to fight another day. Problem is, yet again, they've dragged all of the colonial nations into war with us. Again. Which means terrible things. We can't snaffle said colonial nations. Not controlled by me or my allies. Plus I think I need 10 more score in order to make demands. It's only a 5-year truce though. Alright. Getting far too close to swamping us here. Next time we go to war with France, we need to be a lot better. fighting. Either that or we need a much bigger navy. So, shipyards. Everywhere we can. Shipyards. And as soon as war is declared between ourselves and probably Netherlands and the French, we try station heavies in strategic areas to mop up their fleets. Got to a point where we had 49 heavies. Anyway, Netherlands, who else are you an ally with? Oh, the Ottomans. The Ottomans. Pass out rations of maple syrup and beer. Top it off with ticket to a hockey game. And they will fight better. France, what ideas did you go with? Offensive. Defensive, offensive, which is really quite good. Whereas we went plutocratic. We need 2 military ideas. We need them quickly. That white piece is only given us. Ooh, La Plata and Buenos Aires. Oh, probably Argentina. Love it. Kind of love it, but let's build a spy network on you anyway. Alright, all my random ships. Let's get you away, shall we? Nova Hollandia. Hollandia. Good. Nova Hollandia. We don't have a truce with you, do we? Which means we can declare war into you, we can spy network into you and declare war into you. And no one will be the wiser. And I'll leave you with your rebels. That's all you deserve. Oh, and we could do again into British Mexico, I suppose. Light ships. You don't need upgrading, do you? Nope. Let's have you protecting trade in the Caribbean. Away you go. I can't get to you, can I? Nope. But we'll transport ourselves up there. There we go. Right. So we've got 5 years before they kick off with us again, probably. In that 5 years. Oh, clergy. Clergy wants land. Let's give you these gold provinces. In that 5 years. Yeah, I think we're going to have to rely on a fleet. As soon as it gets to a land battle with any big numbers, oh, we're in trouble. Turkey. Turkey on the map you show. Well, it's probably still the Ottomans. But we'll fabricate on you. We'll take you out. and we'll declare into the Inca. Might as well do now. Now-ish, sort of, kind of. There we go. Can intervene in a war between great powers. Allies, France. Dope. They can fight that on their own. This is an aggressive war. Defend against France. The French conquest of Valois. Right. So let's shuffle our troops out around a little bit, because I want the majority of them kind of down here. We'll take out Inca, we'll take out La Plata. Declare war on both of them at the same time. Grab you. And we can lower autonomy. I just realised we accepted the demands of the particularists, didn't we? So if we lower all of this autonomy, that will give us absolutism. That's the reason why I accepted the demands in the first place. Absolutism is now 20. Well, it is a decent chunk to start with. Could do a strengthening government as well. That level of legitimacy is a little silly. Oh, it's regency, isn't it? Fact. No, let's keep the morale nevers going. Bump him up to level 3. As for discipline, I think we're still in the realms of needing morale. But if we focus military, now we're doing a Diplo and an admin idea group, but if we focus military, and we use our points to strengthen government, because we're in a regency, our legitimacy is coming down anyway. So as soon as it goes from 99, from 100 to 99, from 100 to 99, we can spend 100 military points. It's quite expensive in terms of numbers, but it gives you 2 absolutism every time you do it, every time you strengthen the government. And whilst we're in a regency, we're going to be constantly losing legitimacy anyway. That'd be an idea. To bump up our absolutism. Definitely needs to happen. Also, I could probably do with an ally. Another game where I think I can destroy the world on my own. I'd rather Britain though. Austria is fairly strong. We'll see how they get on in this war. It'll be a decent test for them. Thank you very much. We split ourselves up. We started as Portugal. We got into Canada. We split ourselves off as Canada, and we've been a colonial nation, eating the Americas ever since. It's been fun. Although I haven't played this in a long while. I'd say about a month or so. So this is me getting back into the game. Let's pick up a couple of you. I doubt both of you are going to be able to sit in there. Innovativeness. Go on then. Let's try punch that up. Alright, my 50 heavies. I could almost do with an island over here or here, just to as a way of intercepting from France. Which means attacking into Morocco. If this hadn't have been a stack wipe, we might have been able to demand things off in the peace deal, which would have included Pullet Islands here to give us the range to set our ships over here and still be within supply range. Also, I need to get rid of you because you're useless. There's no point having forts around here. In my opinion. Brings in you. Okay. Oh, we have military access. Do we not get rid of that? Oh, one of our generals is dead. Great. One of our few crappy generals is dead. Nope, unrest. Let's not invest in this tech just yet. Spent a bit of time to get military tech just because it was another unit. We needed to do something against the French. Let's pick up Diplo Rep. Make maintenance even though we don't have that many of them. Province War Score cost might be nice as well. Hey Colin and Sarah Begley, how the devil are you on this fine Saturday? Right, that was 23,000. Well, let's go. We'll give you a ticker repair because this guy might not make it. Here we go. Now the Inca are on mill tech 13 to our 23, so it should be fairly easy to get through. Also Benin. That's flipped. Which means we can now give you it's a trade company. Boost our power here up to 27. Continuing to lose manpower. And we need some more ships down here. We need to build some light ships so we can affect where all this goes. $15 for now. And some more. That's 30. Take another 20. No, even more. Even more. Us being able to shuffle trade around, us being able to shuffle money around the world is going to keep it out of the clutches of the Europeans. Okay, you. Missionary strength 6.3. Away you go. Everything that's in blue, are you already part of the trade company? So far, yes. You are not. Let's add you. Good. Excellent. Where are you heading? No. Let's try and counter you. Don't want them getting in behind us. There should be some more troops in. Right. We'll trick you straight on to the fort. You can sit here and get repaired. I was going to have more colonies, wasn't I? No, we'll keep them with us there. We'll keep 4 going at any one time. That's built by network on British Mexico, though. We can get into British Mexico without Britain coming in. That's our claim upon you. No, needs to be of 25. Good. That's a throne, a 444. That, I'll take that. That's well above average. Anything that's a 10-point spread is good. Benevolent, love desiring subjects. We don't have any subjects, so thanks very much for that. Might as well pick you up when we can. On you go. Also, were we not fabricating upon you? We were not. For reasons I have no idea why. Anchors. I don't need 100 spy network on you. Let's bring you back. We'll split one of you off to take that province. The rest of you move on. Nope. Stop that. Minus 36. We might as well wait. It's province in the mountains. I don't mind fighting the noble rebels, because the noble rebels will still fight fairly poop. But we might as well wait until they're into the positive numbers, and then we take over their siege. That is almost done anyway. Let's bring you 3 down this way. Cover off on these 3 provinces. Take them immediately on declaration of war. And what's the highest dev that you've got? 6, an 8, a 3. Let's fabricate upon you. And let's declare that war. You jump onto the capital. We'll split 1 onto each one of those provinces. How you getting on? Still minus 36. Still minus 36. Can I fight you there? Yes. Minus 29. No point in us losing men here. Didn't see this coming. Why did I not see that coming? Also, all my ships are done. Right. All of you. Nope. All of you. And you. There's a way of picking just your ships up. I think it's control and click or shift and click. It takes me ages to figure it out. Alright, once you're done here, we can mop up the... what was it going to be? 2 stack? That's fine. As for stuff up here. We do have you. Yeah, just bimble up that way. Now we need transports. Alright, so here should be a good amount of trade ships. 8 to 1. Alright, we'll split you in half. 40 of you I want protecting trade in the Caribbean. The other 40 I want protecting trade in the Ivory Coast. That's going to be the biggest bang for our buck. Guys over here, I want you protecting trade in the Ivory Coast as well. The more we can siphon off this side of the Atlantic, the better. 29 jumps to 36 with a 15. With the 40 that comes along, you're probably talking about 45% perhaps. The more ships you put in, the less efficient they become, the bigger stacks. So yeah, be about 45-ish. And we're flinging that across to the Caribbean, where in the Caribbean we have 62%. The majority of the money here gets flung where we want it to go. We could do with more ships here. 18 getting dragged across to our rivals is not good. In fact, stock exchanges. Do we have stock exchanges built everywhere? Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. No. Nope. Nope. Should have been the first thing that I did. Unfortunately, I think we ended up running out of money. Where else do we have merchants? Here. You've been built up, as have you. Good. I could do with getting into Congo, I think. Is it Congo? Yeah, it's Congo. Fortunately, we can't fabricate on it. I could do with winning a war against the Netherlands and taking this land. What are you up to here? Minus 14%. Good. Another conversion. Where is that? Plus every province that we give the trade company along this coastline is going to increase our percentage. What are we up to? 36. That means our ships still haven't arrived. There we go. I like to change the religion before I give it to the trade company. It just looks neater. What's left? Oh, heavies. Winnipeg. Why does Winnipeg have no one on it? No idea. Right, let's have you push up. You're up to plus 29. That's the time to get you killed. Only 22%, only 22 absolutism. No point in starting to lose stability here. We'll just pay you off. And we'll take over that siege and win it immediately because it was about to fall. Good. Now, can take all of you, so we will. How we'll get that gold? Well, as much as we can. Where did you end up? Down here. 4,900. I expected less. Might be able to counter them with 3,000. If not, let's send you down there as well. And you move on. I will continue taking Aztec stuff. Right. Where are those rebels? Just there. Oh, the actual British are here. Is this an offensive war then? Attack against Apache. Cool. Let's grab Irish. I will attack into British Mexico. After we're done with South America. Also, somehow, that doesn't matter. We'll go take out the one stack. Let's push you on and you on. We'll try and mop up you. Terrible terrain, but oh well. And jump back onto that fort. It's actually mopped up. We'll head back to 3 stack. Take out the 4. And that's those rebels dealt with. Also, admin efficiency, yes please, thank you very much. And enabling of the heavy frigate. Good. Colony self-sustaining. Which one? That one, excellent. Nationalism against France. That's what we're waiting for. And imperialism. Nationalism, I'll check it out, but I'm fairly certain it's mega cheap to take land off them. Nationalism, 50%, oh yeah, 50% aggressive expansion, and 50% cost of all provinces and our culture group. Now our culture group is this. See, Portuguese. So yeah, of this, we'll be able to declare war into France and take the majority of Iberia off him. For not much. However, that's a little bit further down the road. we've already tried defending against France, and that was terrible. Which means we need to get bigger. Also, Nagoya. I'm going to build a level 6 fort down here. It's a choke point. We can keep them contained here for a while. I think that would be advantageous for us. $720 ducats. Yep, let's do that. So I'll not have you out of date. Same with you. How much for you? 1,000 ducats. As soon as we can upgrade you, we will upgrade you. There's no point having squishy trade fleets. Or we could just use all of our money. Our maintenance, army drill gain modifier. Yeah, go on then. Money is not really a concern for us. So he says that minus 1,470 odd. Money's not really a concern for us, so we can drill. Add you to the trade company. Next. What power do we have here? 52. I did say about 45 once all of our ships have got here. So I'm pleasantly surprised by the 52%, which means I would say the vast majority, but the majority of the money that enters here. And it is slowly going up. Incoming, outgoing. It was down at 25, I think. Then up at 30. It continues to go up as more and more development happens over here, over here, over here, as more gets funneled along the trade routes. But instead of going to Europe, now it's getting flung across the Caribbean, where we have 60%, no, 48%. We need more ships over here. We have more ships over here, but they're currently in port. 48% of the power over here, which is already directing the vast majority of the money that hits the Caribbean along the eastern seaboard, which means we collect quite a bit. When it gets to the Gulf of St. Lawrence, it might be worth moving our main trading port to Chesapeake Bay. Just so that there's less demand further downstream, and we can retain a lot more of our money here. Problem is, there's a lot. How have you got so much power here? How do you have 29% power there? Florida. Really? No. How do you have 29% power here? You have no land. You have a merchant here. But you've got huge modifiers. 74% modifiers. So the presence of just a merchant here is giving him almost 30%. That's a little silly. I don't have anything else anywhere else. Alright. Well, we can upgrade you. Now we can upgrade you. push our own power up in random places. I'm not bothered with these areas because I thought, well, we have all of the land. No one's going to have power, but they do. France has power. Also, Inca, what do I want from you? I want to join up my land. What else can I take? Potosi. Rings a bell. Silver mine? Silver mine of Potosi? It's it says it's a gold mine. But then they also say that Tyrol, in the game, Tyrol is a gold province. But Tyrol was a silver mine back in the day. Potosi rings a bell. For similar reasons. Like a giant mountain of silver or something. Anyway, these two forts down. We can peace out. I'm sorry? Okay. Yeah, it's useless land. In comparison. Right, push you on. And you. We've already taken the Incan... Have we already taken the Incan capital? Fairly certain we have. The Winnipeg has finished. There you go. And one more. Have you finished? You have. One more. Now we'll go and touch Hadia and Saltish. I think have we taken your capital? Oh no. Oh wait, Brandenburg is the new dude of the empire? Yeah, we have. It's Cusco. So we should be able to get out for what we want. Yep. That'll do. Something like that. There you go. Next time we can fight into them for imperialism. And take more. Now we are ahead of time in terms of military. So let's strengthen government a few times. What else can we do to raise absolutism? Anywhere that we can lower autonomy? A few areas. What else? Harsh treatment. Harsh treatment costs 98, however I have been saving. Conquer new states. Harsh treatment costs my state 3%. Harsh treatment costs minus 50%. Alright, let's pick you up now. Imperial Conquest, years of separatism minus 5. Plus 30 prestige, go on then. Assemble an army, gives us map our recovery speed and yearly armor tradition. Let's pick you up. Now if we're to harsh treatment, it's only 32. Particular lists. Harsh treatment, just 32. La Platen, harsh treatment is 11 for 1 absolutism, I'll take that. Even 32, returning 1 absolutism, isn't bad. Alright. Let's grab these calls. We'll get there. In terms of athleticism, we'll get there. Who's next? You're still classed as Portugal because you haven't got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once this completes, this will flip to a colonial nation and then we can attack into them quite easily. Oh, British Mexico. Right, transport ships. Yourself down here. We'll pick up all of these fools. And away we go. Also, how much to upgrade you? That's enough. Get yourself in the go, we'll get you upgraded. We also need to build some more shipyards. Oh, we have loans as well. 2 loans. How much money do we make? Quite a bit. We'll bring our maintenance down for a little bit. Oh, we have a free merchant. Why do you have a free merchant? There'll be a reason for it. Why do we put a free merchant? Where do we put our free merchant? Yeah. Instead of this, instead of these ducats going down to predominantly probably French, like it's a very weird mix here. So they might be collecting here. I'd rather this was added to this, chucked into the Caribbean where we have the majority of the power, and chucked north. Try to starve these out a little bit. Alright, so he's now directing in one specific direction, the 77% power here. So we should see this come down by quite a bit. There we go. So 16 ducats being directed exactly where we want it to go. So it doesn't get diluted by going through an area where we only have 16% control. 64%. Let's have you protect trade in the Caribbean. And let's see what that jumps to. 64 jumps to 77. Not bad. Not bad. Could do with more ships up there. Do we have space for them? We do. I thought we should build them. Yeah, 25 for around here. That sounds about right. That'll up this to about... Well, the higher you go, the more inefficient ships become. So, 25 ships, I'd guess, we'll get up to about 68%. Right. We'll continue grabbing those cores where we can. Suppress the rebels, local unrest. Nope. I don't mind a little bit of autonomy in the grand scheme of things. Mongolia. Mongolia must have popped out of someone. Austrian you. There we go. That's Portuguese Brazil that have just popped out. Truce with France has expired. So, any point now, France could declare a war. Are we ready for it? We have 50 heavies. Austria is at war with France and the Ottomans. Doubt the Ottomans would have access though. Defend against France. Looks like France is trying to push out Aragon immediately. They've taken out the capital. I mean, if you're Aragon and you rival with France, you rival with France? Probably rival with France. Do you keep your capital here, or do you move your capital to Italy? I would have moved my capital to Italy. But no, Aragon didn't want to do that. Alright, so we've probably got some time with British Mexico. I very much doubt that France will declare war into us whilst he's already at war. But let's not chuck all of our troops over to Africa this time. Let's keep them around where we need them to be. Alright, that's 17 as well. Down you come. Oh, I just realised. We need to keep our maintenance up because we've got... yeah, we've got colonies on the go. That's almost dead. Who has had the audacity to die? Let's try kick you and end up with something better. Morale or defense or discipline, shall I say? Nope, go away. Nope, go away. Nope, go away. Oh, come on. Discipline will do. And Diplorat. Is that from our dude? No, it's from our... not bad. Let's declare war into you for imperialism. Okay. No, no. Okay. Well, they shouldn't take too long. Fur is a good trade. Trade good. Excellent. So we continue. That's brilliant news. National unrest of -2. Good. Took you into that. And you into that. Come and set the traders. Money for mercantilism. Yep. You try and counter those. We'll push you further out. Can't just peace out here. Who gets pissed off? Just Florida. Something like that. Florida and Portugal. War plus money. Away you go. I'll do. Didn't lose. Well, we didn't even end up in a fight with them. British Mexico stays a thing, which means it will continue to colonise for us. That coupled with us colonising as well. Should be able to get through the Americas pretty quickly. Let's have you protect and trade in Chesapeake Bay. How much in effect is 25 light ships going to have? 59 to 68. I'll take that. The vast majority has been held on to by us. Do you end up upgrading? You don't. Good. Let's try and pay off some of these loans. One more. Now we are debt free. Level 6 fort has been built in a choke point. Good, it'll take them a while to get past that. I could do with filling in some of these gaps as well. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can wait until you're done. We can collect war into Nova Hollandia and take out Holland. And Florida started colonising again. Excellent. 3 at once. Nope, these are French colonies. So this is France colonising on behalf of Florida. Good. This is one I want to see. The French Mexico, British Mexico colonising. That's what I want to see as well. And we can just snaffle things off them. Same with Holland. But that is why I'm going to leave it for today, ladies and gentlemen. 3.5 hour stream. That'll do. Still full of cold, as you can hear every now and then. But yeah, we'll leave it there. I've work to do tonight as well. I also have to feed my cats. But I need to actually go and buy them food from the shop first. So, a war with France and Netherlands that we white pieced out of because we were outmatched. I think next fight with France. Oh, Scandinavia fund. I think next fight with France we're going to have to try keep it at sea. Yep. We're going to have to try and out heavy them. It's usually France and Netherlands at the same time. So I could do with more. I could do with more heavy ships. I could do with 60. 60 puts us on par with both of them combined. I mean, at the moment, it puts us on par with both of them combined with having 50, but France has some good modifiers to its ships, as does Netherlands, so we need to counter that. Plus Great Britain isn't far behind us. Hot toddies work well, thought you have. Hey. But yeah, we'll try and make the entirety of the Americas Canadian. If we can do that, then we'll end up being an economic juggernaut that just can't be stopped. We'll build our own wooden wall between the New World and the Old. Although we do have a foothold. Might be worth another attack into Mali. Get access to Morocco. Morocco is allied with just Tunis and Tlemcen. Get through Morocco. Just to give our ship some supply. When we're this far away from our own coastline, our nearest coastline's here. We placed heavy ships along the coast of France. They're just going to end up with attrition because they're going to be out of supply range. However, if we had Moroccan coastline here, that's going to allow us to operate heavy ships directly off the coast of France and keep him contained when it kicks off. To an extent. We can at least find his main fleet and his main transport fleet and try and keep it under wraps as much as we can. Lots of money in beaver pelt, only beaver hats, just saying, yep. The majority of Canada is all fur. Let's have a look. Trade goods, fur. This is brown, yep. All this is just fur. And fur's really good, actually. Depletion of the European beaver plus 40%. Oh yeah, so it makes it more expensive because the Europeans have killed all their beavers. Oh, and everyone likes wearing felt hats. So it's got a base of 2 ducats in terms of trade, but it's up at 3.5 because of various reasons. Which is pretty good. Well, grain is fairly pants, 2. Cows 2.7. Cotton's quite expensive, but still, fur is more expensive than cotton. Naval supplies, fairly pants. We even out strips. Copper. Cool. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it until probably tomorrow, when hopefully after a half decent night of working, I'll have worked this lurgy out of my body, sweated it out of me, and I'll be a little bit better. So until tomorrow, from me and Dylan, do take care. How did I form? Sorry, the snark. Hey, how did you form Canada? Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna have to blow my nose. Okay, that's a bit better. We formed it by playing as Portugal first, and then we. Oh, you're burning. That's what I can hear in my ear holes. You're in siege, right? We started as Portugal. That's why our culture is Portuguese, and we concentrated on getting provinces up here immediately, and that was it. And then we formed Canada as a colonial nation. We then split off. Was it Canada? Portuguese Canada or Portuguese something or other. And then we split off as the colonial nation. We got the provinces needed to form Canada proper, and that was it. And Canada, as his ideas, has a colonist. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get 4 colonists on the go. I should have just looked up here. We can have 4 colonists on the go whenever we want, which is pretty much all the time. We continually had 4 colonists on the go, which meant that we could rapidly expand inland. Also, the colonial nations that form around us, you can attack into the colonial nations, like we just did with the British Mexico there. You can attack into the colonial nations without their overlord getting involved, which is quite large chunks of land for relatively free. Not a lot of overextension for colonies. Yeah, 24%. And a lot of this is from down here. All the stuff that we took from Mexico, all the stuff that hasn't been worked on just yet, 0% overextension. So you can take out whole colonial nations. We could have taken out the entirety of British Mexico there, but it didn't serve our purpose. The more stuff that he colonizes himself, the less we have to colonize. All that we have to do is flip the religion back to the one that we want, which doesn't take that much time. 13 months per province, 10 months per province. It's not long. And then accept the culture if we really want to. Do I accept English? We do not. How much? What percentage is English? %. We probably haven't stated anything that is in the English culture region. Plus the English have just concentrated down here. Castilian is a bit of a different prospect. Yeah, majority Portuguese, because obviously we've been doing a majority of the colonizing ourselves. Very complex game. Yep, it's the game that I have the most hours in, but you do suffer from a little bit of skill fade, obviously, if you don't play it. And when I had issues with my YouTube, I had to stream in order to get things out immediately, and also we found Hearts of Iron 4, so I gave that a go. But this is quite polished. I don't know why they didn't put this level of polish into Hearts of Iron 4. Oh well. But yeah, as I said, there are parallels between this and Hearts of Iron 4, because I mean, obviously they're both Paradox games. But yeah, mega in depth. You can take any country and turn them into essentially whatever you want. If you want to be a country that conquers themselves or by themselves, that you can do that. If you want to be a country that has lots of people underneath them in terms of subjects, you can do that. Oh, West African Charter, of course. You can do that as well. Client states, the lot. Vassals, royal marriages into personal unions. Poland has lost his personal union over Lithuania. Yep. Oh, and we're friendless. Usually, you pick up an ally or two, but Canada don't need no allies. Canada can do it all by itself. Anyway, I've got a cat prostrating himself in front of me because he needs feeding. Do you need feeding? Yeah, he needs feeding. So I'll get off and we'll continue this tomorrow. Getting back into the swinging thing, getting back into to playing EU4 in time for the next update, 1.26, which focuses on What are you doing? No, don't eat that. Don't eat that. No, Dylan, stop. Don't eat. You can't eat the microphone. Stop. Well, you can, but I would like it if you didn't. Which focuses on the India region, which has needed a little bit of loving. But, yeah. Anyway, until then, do take care.